What is up? What is up? What is up? What is up? Let's talk a little about parts that are going in the build today. Starting with the CPU in this, Ryzen 5 5600X. And then for the motherboard in this case, we're going to be using the B550M Steel Legend. We were going to use an SN750, but we actually already have an SN550 that has an OS on it. For our RAM, so it's 3600 CL18, so not the tightest timings, but still, it's, you know, hey, thank you T-Force for sending us that and using that from there. For our GPU, really excited about this because everybody loves it when we use Strixes. So this is the ROG Strix 3070 white for our AIO, and PSU. We're using some deep cool. Main reason I wanted to use this was because I wanted to, I wanted white, and the other thing too is I wanted to customize this. So our friend Brian actually made us a custom Robeytech heart that we're going to be using in the AIO. This is our 850 watt SFX PSU. So we're going to be using these absolutely incredible Lian Li SL fans. And then of course, because we have to have pink, and we have to have more RGB, we're going to be using the Lian Li Strimer cables here. I'm going to go ahead and start getting the build ready. Okay, so let's grab our motherboard and get going here. Okay, let's get our CPU in. There's our 5600X ready to go. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this and take it up to 90 degrees. Pop this out. There we go. We're just gonna set this in sideways, just like that. Wiggle it a little bit, make sure it's good. Clip it down, and there we go. CPU is installed. Okay, next up, let's grab our RAM. You're gonna see this little slot in what's called the printed circuit board. We're just gonna line that up and pop it in, just like that. Oh, this is not coming up here. I don't wanna break this. Weird, this is weird. I don't know what's going on here. Yeah, there's no other screws on this thing. Oh, wow. Yeah, there are screws on the back here. Okay. Wow, chat for the win on that one. Thank you for helping me figure that one out. I've never seen that before. Okay, so remember, on the one that we showed in SN750 for the build, but because we already have an OS on this, that's why we're putting this on here. This is like, yeah, this is like a dagger. So like if you're in prison, what you do is you end up working at like the IT department. You're like, oh yeah, what I need is a bunch of B550 Steel Legends, and you can like shank them, like and break out of prison. Okay, so let's get this out. I've never actually customized this before. There it goes. So there's the deep cool one, and so here we have the deep cool one, and we have Robeytech ones, but he made them really big. It was supposed to be like this big, and it's much, much bigger. So we will get that fixed, and it'll be fixed for the picture. We can still make it pink later, though. But that's how you customize it, is you can just make your own logo. So let's go ahead and put our fan. We're gonna go ahead and put our fans on. Cool thing about the Lian Li fans, if you've never seen these SL120s, it's like how you daisy chain the fans. Super easy.
That is just
so love
amazing.
this. Yeah. Like one little cable connection. There you go, and that's all your cables for all of the SL120s. Okay, so everything here is prepped and ready. We're gonna go ahead and move our case over so we can get this inside the case. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna strip it down. This is all stripped. Now, one of the things that's really great about this case is this case works for ATX, micro ATX, and mini ITX at the same time. And over here on the back, there's actually this whole thing right here is modular. So we can actually, so right now it's set up for, if you wanted to, full ATX build, and that's why the thing, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna unscrew this and actually move this down, and that'll allow us to actually put in the micro ATX, have room for the AIO on the top. We may have to move around our standoffs, but we'll have room for the AIO on the top, and then all that sort of stuff. So we're actually going to change the layout of the build. And then what we're going to do is we're going to move this down. It's an order of operations thing. Okay, this goes on first. The case has all been reconfigured. So now it works better, and I'll be able to put the AIO and all that stuff in. Let's throw in our 140 fans first, though. They're gonna go right here, and then we'll put everything else around it. So Okay, there we go. Okay, so we got the fans in. So we're basically ready to put the motherboard in the case. I think I'm gonna have to use the extension. So we're just installing our motherboard extension right now. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this and see where it says 5, they're all labeled 5. That's where we're actually gonna put our screws. That's how much room we'll have for the AIO with it on, so we're actually okay. I just installed the fans the wrong way. Okay, so all of our, we've got our cables managed for the front. We're gonna go ahead and install our next SL120s, which are gonna go on the bottom here. Now what we're gonna do is let's turn this over, get our front panels hooked up, quickly hook up our fans. Here's what we hooked up, so you guys can zoom in and show you guys. This is USB 3. And then we hooked up our front panel connectors here. This is our Lian Li controller right here. This is our Lian Li controller fan. This is RGB. That's off of a splitter that goes to the Lian Li fans, and it also goes to the Deep Cool AIO. And then this is HD audio. Everybody say GPU time. Look at it, it's like it's comes with a ring. Look at that. That's funny. Okay, so there, now our GPU is in. Everything's looking good. Here we go. Now for Strimmers. Okay, there we go. This is gonna go up here. Okay, now let us put in our PSU. Okay, there we go. Build is done. I hope it works. There we go, power, and have a good night, and we'll see you guys later. Bye!